This is the STAAR test that the Algebra 1 students took last year, given May 2013. Let's go over it. Number 1. A dentist made the scatter plot below to show the number of cavities her patients had as it relates to the number of times they flossed their teeth each week. Which of the following best describes the correlation for the data? The points are going down, so that means a negative correlation. If the points were pointing up, that would be a positive correlation. If the points were in no certain pattern, just scattered everywhere, not going up, not going down, that would be no correlation. A non-linear correlation could be the points almost looking like a parabola, or looking like absolute value, because that's not linear. Okay. There are a number of answers that could be non-linear correlation. Number 2, what is the vertex of the graph of the quadratic function? Vertex is going to happen at the minimum or maximum. So we graph this in the calculator. I want to add a graph, and it is x squared plus 6x plus 10. Press enter, and the vertex is going to be right here. Okay, so how do we get there? Press the menu button, and we want to analyze the graph. So 6, and go down to 7, and then go down to vertices. That's where the vertex would be. So menu 6, 7, 2. And this is -3, 1. All I have to do is move the arrow to touch the graph. Make sure it's on top of it or touching it, and you'll see it -3, 1. -3, 1, there it is. Okay. You can also do menu 6 for analyze, and do the minimum here. So menu 6, 2. You can also do that. And you press enter, go to the left, click, go to the right, click, and again it's -3, 1 again. Same answer. So there are 2 ways to do it. If it's a maximum, you have to do menu 6, 3 for maximum. For minimum, you do menu 6, 2. And this one was vertices. It doesn't matter if it's min or max, you just do that one. Okay, moving on to the next question. Which of the following graphs best represent a system of equations that have no solution? Okay, that means which ones do not cross? Well, those are crossing. I don't see them crossing, but if I extend the lines, they will cross. Okay? I'm left with A and D. Some people say there are 2 answers. I disagree. This line is tilted just an inch bit. This one is here. If I try to drag my pencil to be right on top of it, it's not parallel to it. You see it's kind of moved and turned up. That means when this line continues, and this line continues, what are you noticing? The distance between those lines are getting shorter because they will cross. To be no solution means they do not cross at all. So the answer has to be C. Excuse me, D. Has to be D. Moving on to the next problem. Number 4. A family will travel 350 miles from their house in order to reach Dallas, Texas. Which inequality can be used to find all possible values of t? The time it will take this family to reach Dallas in hours. If they travel at an average speed of at least r miles per hour. That's a lot of words. But I do remember when I read it, seeing the words speed, time, and realizing that if I'm traveling a certain amount of miles, that I am going a certain distance. That should ring a bell. Distance equals rate times time. Now, this question says, find the possible values of time. Right there. Find the possible values of time. So what do you need to do? We need to solve this for t. Since these are multiplied, you want to divide it off. When I divide it on this side, I'm left with a t. D divided by r. Okay, 350 miles is my distance. So that goes in the D spot. Without completing and finishing this problem, which answer is similar to what we have put together? 350 at the top or at the bottom? That's my answer. Number 5. The graph below shows the relationship between the number of dollars a worker earns and the number of hours worked. How does what does the slope of the graph represent? Remember, slope is rise over run. Rise is in the y direction, run is in the x direction. So what does the y-axis say? Amount earned. What does the x-axis say? Time and hours. Remember, slope will always go by or have the words or use the words per, each, and a. There may be a few others, but these are the most seen. So, what does the slope of the graph represent? Let's look in here and see if we see the word per. I see it there. I see it there. Those are slope. I don't see A. I don't see A. I don't see each. So I'm left with B and D. Let's read answer choice B. The amount of money earned per hour. The amount of money earned per hour. This looks like a maybe to me. The number of hours worked per dollar earned. No, that's backwards. It needs to be the amount of money first. The Y, the rise, it goes on top. The change in Y goes on top. The amount of money goes first. This shouldn't be last. That should be first. So the answer is B. Number 6. The perimeter of a rectangle is 42 centimeters. The length of the rectangle can be represented by x plus 4, and its width can be represented by 2x minus 7. What are the dimensions of this rectangle in centimeters? Perimeter of a rectangle means to add all the sides. Side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 plus side 4 adds up to 42. That's what I know. It tells me that the length is x plus 4. It tells me that the width is 2x minus 7. If this side is 2x minus 7, this side is 2x minus 7. This side is x plus 4, this side is x plus 4. Now it wants me to find the dimensions. Okay, well, if the length is x plus 4 and the width is 2x minus 7, what's keeping me from knowing what this number is? I don't know x. So to figure x out, I know that x plus 4 plus x plus 4 plus 2x minus 7 plus 2x minus 7 equals the perimeter, because that's every side added together. And the perimeter is 42. Now, I know you don't want to do that by hand, and today it's going to be all right. We're going to go to menu 3, 1 on the calculator, and it is going to give us this command, in solve. After you type all of this in, put comma x, and it will tell you that x is 8. So let's show you. Menu, wrong screen, control dock, add a calculator. I added a graph, so let's go back and fix that. Add a calculator. And menu 3, 1. Whenever you're solving for one letter, I'm solving for one letter. That letter is x in this problem. So that is x plus 4 plus x plus 4 plus 2x minus 7 plus 2x minus 7 equals, yes, you put the equal sign, 42 comma x. Check my work. X plus 4 plus x plus 4 plus 2x minus 7 plus 2x minus 7 equals 42, and x is 8. So now that I know x, I can figure out the length and the width. 8 plus 4, put in the 8, I get 12. Put in the 8 here, that's 2 times 8 minus 7, that's 9. 12 and 9. 12 and 9. Number 7. The graph is shown below, or a graph is shown below. Which of the following equations are represented by the graph? When you do number 7, in order to put these answer choices or these options in the calculator, they have to be either solved for y, which is number 1, or they must be in standard form, which is ax plus by equals c. The y is on the left side by itself, so you can plug this one in. But this one here has some other stuff over here. So that one's not ready for the calculator yet. So we can plug in 1, 2, and 3, but not 4 yet. You have to solve it if you want to do that. So I'm going to plug these in and see which of them look like that one, because that's what it asks. So control dock, add a graph. I'm going to type in -3 divided by 2, x minus 2. And it gives me a negative slope. This is a positive slope, so 1 doesn't look like it. To do number 2, you have to go to, do you remember? Menu 3, 2, 1, 3. So let's do that. Menu, go to entry edit, 2 for the equation because we want to enter it in different. 1 for line, 3 for standard, because that looks like this. So A goes first. This is plus, so you need -3. So -3. The only way to get the minus is to put a -3 because you can't change the plus sign. And then 6. Okay, that looks like that one. How can I verify? Be for sure. It has a y-intercept of -2, has an x-intercept of 1, 2, +3. Okay, looks like we have a winner for number 2. So if I want to start eliminating things, 1 is not correct. So that says 1, that says 1. I know 2 is correct. Well, both of these say 2. So I got to figure out, is 3 or 4 correct? Or both, or what the deal is. I need to put in 3. So I press tab, and I notice I'm still in this standard mode. So how do I get out of that? Menu, change the way I enter the graph, and let's go to function so I can have f of x again. And that's what I need. The y is the f of x, so I don't put the y, I just start typing. Parentheses, x minus 2, close, x minus 3, press enter, and I get a parabola. Does that look like that? Of course not. So we know 3 is wrong. Well, if 3 is wrong, then C can't be right, D can't be right, B can't be right. So the answer is A, which means 4 does look like this line. For those that want to see what that looks like, you have to solve it. This is point slope. That times that is 2/3. That is going to be 12 over 3, which is 4. And you can type this times -6 in the calculator and it'll tell you -4. Now we add 2 to both sides. And so y equals 2 over 3x minus 2. Y-intercept is -2. Slope is 2 over 3. Up 2 over 3. So it is that graph. Moving on. Which table shows the same relationship as this? So, let me bring it down so you can see the question. Which table shows the same relationship as y equals -x squared plus 3x? All you have to do is go to the graphing screen, type in -x squared plus 3x, then look at the table. So we want -2, -10. Nope, nope. Yes, yes. -1, -4. Yes, yes. 0, 0. Yes, yes. 1, 2. Yes. 1, 4. No. You found your answer. Okay. Number 9. In which step below does a mistake first appear in simplifying the expression? Okay, so this you distribute, and that's half, 1/2. So what's half of -6? Excuse me, half of -12 is 6. That's right. What is half of +3? Well, I'm giving you the answers. Let me start over. I'm rushing. What is half of -12? It is -6. What is half of +6? It is +3. Now we take a -3 and distribute it. -3 times c gives me -3c or -3c. That's correct. Take that same -3 and multiply it to a +4. That gives you -12. That is correct. Now do 10. 10 times c is 10c. 10 times -5, that's a +10 times a -5, it is -50. That's right. So far these 3 steps are correct. That means step 4 must be wrong. In which step below does a mistake first appear? It must be step 4. Let's see why. -6 minus 3. That means 6 negatives. That's 3 negatives. And then that's 10 plus signs. Okay, these will cancel, 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 cancel. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minus signs and 10 plus signs. And so all of the minuses went away. And I had 1 positive sign left. That means +1 is the answer. So all the C's should be +1C, not 7. That's where the mistake is. Okay, if there are other mistakes, we found 1 mistake, so that's good enough. We can stop there. Number 10. The value of y varies directly with x. Which function represents the relationship between x and y? If y equals 20 over 3 when x is 30. Okay, so this is direct variation. And the way I taught it to you guys, remember directly means direct variation. And I told you to set up a table. So put the X here, put the Y here. All you're going to do is figure out what times 30 gives you this. And you're going to use these numbers. And 200 times 30 is going to be a really big number. That's not right. What about 2 over 9 times 30? Let's try it and see what happens. Over 3. And I know some of you are probably going to do this, and that's fine too. But either way you do it, you still get 20 over 3. So G is your answer. Okay, I've done questions 1 through 10. I'm going to stop and then start the next video at question 11.